Don't let your gut health slow you down in terms of enjoying a healthy and happy life. Now, parasites and candida are a big issue for a lot of people, whether you know it or not. I've got 9 of my best tips to help to deal with parasites and candida. Okay, let's start with number 1. Decrease your exposure to those things that may be giving you those parasites. So when we talk about, certain food sources, like sushi is notorious for causing parasites, as well as if you have a pet, then maybe, or you're gardening, you're out in the garden, making sure that you're decreasing your exposure, washing your hands really well, as much as you can to help to decrease that overall exposure to these parasites and to that candida. Okay, tip number 2 for parasites and candida is to eat outside, and ideally in a relaxed setting. Now, this is going to do wonders for secreting your own digestive enzymes. Also, eating outside is going to give the right information to your microbiome. Now, we know the light outside, very much connected to our circadian rhythms, and our microbiome actually gives off light. So we want that proper communication between our inside and our outside environment. Eating outside is going to do wonders for helping your gut microbiome and to stave off some of those less favorable organisms. Okay, tip number 3 is to take a good quality plant-based digestive enzyme supplement. Now, digestive enzymes help you to break down your food. This is really important. They also can help to weaken the outer walls of parasites. And when you're doing parasite cleansing protocols with herbal medicines, which we'll talk about, this is really important to use those digestive enzymes in a great plant-based formula to help to weaken those parasites. And that's for tip number 4, so that those herbal medicines can do their job even more effectively than on their own when you're killing off these bad organisms, these parasites and candida. You want to weaken them with the enzymes and then use specific herbal medicines that I've used for years in my practice with my patients to be really effective at killing off these parasites, the intestinal worms, and especially that candida. My favorite list, CABO. So cloves, artemisia, black walnut, and oregano. Love this combination, is super effective at killing off those parasites. Okay, number 5 is take fiber. Now imagine, you're now killing off those parasites, some of which may have been stuck and suctioned onto your intestinal walls. This is the hookworms, I'm thinking, the tapeworms potentially as well. You want to make sure that you are washing off, cleaning off, sweeping off those intestinal walls. And that's why I love fiber, because it helps to do that. It helps to bulk the stool as well. But something like a psyllium seed husk fiber in a supplement form, fantastic to be able to sweep off, cleanse those intestinal walls, and dislodge anything that may have been stuck there. And especially those dead parasites and the candida, you got to flush them out through the system. The fiber helps to bind them and move them on. Okay, number 6 on my list is doing that full body detox. Now, this is where a lot of people do parasite cleansing, candida cleansing wrong, and that's why often you can not feel so well when you're doing those types of cleanses if you haven't followed up with some herbal medicines to actually support your internal organs for that full body detox. Really, really important. Such a simple thing to do. Taking specific full body detox herbal medicines in combination, again, to help your liver, to help your lungs, your digestive tract, your blood, your lymphatics, flushing out those toxins in a natural and healthy way. Okay, number 7 on my list is to put the good guys back in, and that means, yes, probiotics. So probiotics, your good, healthy gut flora. There are very good formulations out there. Make sure that there aren't any fillers or flow agents, no magnesium stearate in your probiotic, but specific strains of, and my favorites are Lactobacillus acidophilus, Bifidobacterium bifidum. Those strains of probiotics really effective at putting the good guys back in. And one of the mechanisms here in terms of parasites and candida especially is that you want to outcrowd the bad guys. So by having enough of your good guys, your probiotics in your digestive tract, even if the bad guys try to come back in, they're crowded out because you've got enough of your good guys. Okay, number 8 on my list to help with parasites and candida is to take a functional protein powder. Now, this is fantastic. The right protein powder is going to be really gentle on digestion. It will be something that will help to seal up those tight junctions in the gut, because we know that leaky gut syndrome is very much related related to having parasites and candida. So helping to heal up that gut wall with a good functional protein powder that has some accessory nutrients besides just the protein itself, those accessory nutrients to really help with those tight junctions in the gut. And number 9 on my list for parasites and candida and eradicating these from the body is to make that mind-body connection. So I just want you to think about this. And this is what I saw in my patients time and time again, that those of my patients who tended to have more candida issues, more parasitic issues, a lot of gut health issues, that they sometimes would allow sort of parasitic people situation to remain in their life. So I just want you to think about that. Think of a parasite. Parasite sort of lodges in, makes their home in your body. They're not really welcome, but they're staying there. So just think about that in your own relationships if you do suffer with parasites and candida, and some of the things that you may need to do from that mind-body perspective to get rid of either those situations, those people from your life that have that parasitic sort of control over your own mental health. Okay, now I want you to learn more about that full body detox that I talked about. Please check out my video, Full Body Detox Tips. I'll see you there.